Well, the Senate agenda today focused on unfinished business of the last session. Following the turmoil of the recent special session on same-sex marriage, it tried to keep controversy to a minimum. KITV4's Catherine Cruz continues with our team coverage.
Lawmakers marked the 55th anniversary of statehood, honoring the work of legislators who served before them. Several dozen took up the invitation to attend opening day ceremonies, many moving across the Senate floor much slower these days. The issues may not have changed much in 5.5 decades, but the tone is distinctly that of an election year.
I'm happy to say that we will be revisiting the proposal to raise the minimum wage.
There is growing pressure to do just that, following the lead of 9 other states, even with the pushback from small business.
That when you're in business and your wage base goes up, so does your workers' comp, so does your unemployment comp, so does your TDI, so does your Social Security and the other matching payments you have to make. So it's not just a couple dollars.
Outside in the rotunda, anti-GMO groups jockeyed for space, although the tone was far more subdued than last year. Labeling issues are expected to resurface, but lawmakers hope they've had enough of a jump start to tackle the issues head on. The Senate plans to take a closer look at the delays around solar hookups to the electrical grid while trying to find ways to keep the growing number of solar panels out of the landfill.
What are we going to do with all of these panels in 20 years when they all start to have to be replaced? I mean, that's an issue I think we have to be proactive about.
Senators are exploring options to deal with the homeless, including setting aside property to use as temporary or permanent shelter for the homeless families. But Sloan again cautioned against prolonging a culture of entitlements.
Taxpayer expenditures for welfare and social services in Hawaii now exceed expenditures for government education. We must refuse to support those who choose not to work or who are financially irresponsible.
And lawmakers plan to wrestle with the dilemma of the growing backlog of repairs at the University of Hawaii and the competing requests for funding for new construction with limited funds.
Now, we did pose a question of possibly giving up some of the taxing authority to the counties as proposed by the House, but Kim, who as a former council member is sympathetic to the need to find other sources of revenue, said it was probably a pill that other senators would find very hard to swallow. As for taxing pensions, senators have opposed that idea in the past, and Kim thought it was unlikely they would change their mind. Back to you.
All right, thanks, Catherine. And going back to the debate over marijuana dispensaries, it has a lot of you weighing in tonight. We asked, should Hawaii create dispensaries where patients can buy legal medical marijuana without a prescription? In the last hour, nearly 300 of you have cast your vote, 64% saying yes, 35% saying no. Make your voice heard. Just log on to KITV.com, answer the poll on the left side of our page.